Well, welcome back. This is the Game Theater Study. We are on Scene 6. Um, this goes into the second act. Scene 5 was the very end of the second act. Okay, so this I will begin to read a portion of this here. So, Act 2 is comprised of Jackie's child Jack accidentally getting stuck in the past. War believe he killed Jack, and the original 10 who appeared in Gone. Finding the cause, they unexpectedly were trapped and gone. Either sent them to time. Once Jack is restored in time, he reveals the truth and gone, and in doing so, the original 10 have the option to go home, as well as the knowledge of what kept them in gone. Scene 10, the original 10 return home. And then I go over here in scene 6, and what's going on there. In the act 1, I put scene, 1, 2, 3. This is more of just a summary. Um, well, scene 5 was, 1,000 years pass, and they walk out of the land of Gabriel. And so this now, all of a sudden, they're, a whole different time from where they started when they appeared in the forest. All of a sudden, it's kind of like cities have been built, but they're kind of the old-fashioned kind of stone castle type. So this total time needed for this is 7 minutes in scene 6. It's a two-stage setting outside of Jack's house. Either see diagram on page 11, and set 2 is a cardboard stone building. This is either right here. This is the kind of the time machine. And then the cardboard stone building walls. This is more like as if the city War built was the city of Gone. So it's kind of it's a fleet from where they were to War beginning to build kind of a city. You can only imagine the size of the castles and the fireplaces and the entire culture. Songs needed for scene 6, Fairy Dust, the Time Machine song. Section 1 is 4 minutes outside of Jack's house. The curtain opens, light up solely outside of Jack's house. The Building of the Village of Gone song plays. At first, the game theme song, Building House section labeled violin and xylophone on synthesizer start here in the sheet music. Repeat this section if necessary. This is more of an option, but it was used before as kind of a theme to just, a movement. And it was used, I believe, in scene 1, and it might have been used again in scene 3. Jack is, he's puffing up War here, and Jack's the one who builds either the time machine, Jack and Rita, and then War. This is their conversation. War, Jack, and Rita, and some of the others go investigate the time machine because Jack mentions it. Fairy Dust, a time machine song. This is a fairly interesting song. The melody I came up with back in 2018. It's more of a what they would call maybe a rap or just a rhyme, and you just kind of just go in there and kind of there's parts War would say something, Rita would say something, and more could be added in there. It all in all, I believe it's a fairly nice melody. It's really simple, really simple. The beginning's a little tough here. But it's just in the piano, the right hand, C, G, E flat, D, and then C. It's just like 2 beats and then 2 beats long on the C, and it kind of just repeats itself. And then there's a little, kind of a flippy thing here, a little bit more, and then it goes back into the melody there. Yeah, that rhyme can, if you were making a show and you thought, hey, this fits really well here, and you kind of came up with a huge rhyme for it, I would go for it. Um, and so in the middle of the song, Jack, see right here, and either the great will send you through time. So this is that the box either. Nothing happened, and it goes into, kind of why that is, and they're confused why nothing happened. But it's really that the wicked doll Ryan found is kind of the reveal on that was sent through time. Time has, in almost the ether of time, it was, it's a, if time has this realm kind of set up, so there's, there's the law breaks. I mean, there's a little bit of room to, either might have thought it was lawful, but I mean, if you just sent a baby doll through time, all of us, I mean, that's an anomaly, and that's what happened. But either seemed pretty cool with it. Most likely, he was pretty cool with it. And so, War's pretty much convinced that nothing happened. Lights fade out into Rita and Jack, and Jack wants to prove his machine to War, and Jack plans on leaving. He's gonna go back in time and mark up the stones and the trees and whatever he can to prove to the city of Gone that he went through time. Section 2, cardboard stone building walls, lights turn under set 2. The building of the Village of Gone song plays, the theme song, building houses section. Cast of God, add and look here, look there, Jack's written care, share, and are not my words rare. That's from the idea that you're here in section 1 and suddenly Jack goes through time, given, and he's gonna go do this, and then, all of a sudden it's kind of like a revelation. Hey, Jack was here, and Jack was here, and then, Jack can indeed travel through time, War says. Rita, you must take me to his, time machine. War, rhyming along with the others, gaze upon the walls. This must be something to fear. On a small porch, War, without noticing, trips over either. Either actually breaks. He falls off the porch. Lights fade. Everyone leaves the stage. In the dark, bring out either. Jack walks on stage in the dark, yet light up a big purple leaf to express a new time. So, despite the fact that he had accomplished his mission, War without noticing, he trips over either. Lights fade out. I mean, in the story, in the book, Rita, I believe, presses a whole bunch of buttons as soon as Jack enters, somehow. And so there was a couple different ways he could have got lost in time here. So this is before he even writes on the walls. There's this kind of big purple leaf in another world, and Jack doesn't know where he is, and he's where is he? And either says, I'm here, Jack, and either begins to explain, shut curtain. And so that's pretty much the new time he was in. Eventually, through the rest of the couple scenes, he takes this a moment where he's back in time and does what he wants, which is mark up the walls and prove to everyone that he's there. The end of the story, scene 9, he appears in the game of the field, and that gives clearance to, in sort of a know-how to send his parents back to where they came from. And so, the theme song, because it was labeled in that quite a few times, this is the building of the houses of Gone. It's kind of the theme, the part of the theme song here, this is where it ends here, but you can tell in those areas it was the violin and xylophone, or xylophone and synthesizer start here. This is in the theme song. And this is the section right here, the building. Well, at least this is the this is the section here, the building houses section labeled violin and xylophone. Still says building houses and sections, so that must be the building houses section labeled violin and xylophone. If we go back here to we can just double check really quick and run through the sheet music, and I see says that up here xylophone or xylophone on synthesizer and violin should follow sound beats along with the last 9 measures of the piano and the treble clef. And so that must be that the building houses section part. Okay, and with that being said, I'm going to end this scene 6 study, and hope you enjoyed. Have a great day.